Hello to my Aquarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your reading. This is a general reading, Aquarius. Hopefully you all are having a great day. I know you are, because that's the intention that you're setting, right? That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. We're going to just jump right in to your reading. Let's just dive right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Welcome back. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So we're going to dive right on in. We're going to dive right on in, right? So hopefully everybody has been enjoying this 7/7 portal that we have. So that portal is wide open. I put some information on my platforms. So if you're new to my channel, again, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. We're going to just dive right into your reading. Let's get into it. This reading is for the 9th, which is full moon, through the 16th. Okay. So we're going to have some more information on the Patreon side for everyone. So we're going to get into it. So right now at the time of filming, although all of these readings are timeless, but at the time of filming, we have 2 planets that are retrograde. Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, in your sign. And then we also have Neptune is retrograde in Aries. All of the retrograde information is over on my TikTok channel, Queen Amun Ra, and also Queen Amun Ra Tarot. It's on either one of those. And then also on the YouTube Shorts. So go check it out. Go check it out. Let's get into your reading. So right now, before the moon moves into harvest moon in Capricorn, it is in a gibbous moon in Sagittarius. Just reminding everybody that your truth is a compass. Don't be afraid to dream big, ask bigger questions, walk in the path that aligns with your soul's mission. And just take a leap of faith, right? Take a leap of faith. Sagittarius is ruled by, Sagittarius first and foremost rules 9th house. 9th house is all about quest and adventure. 9th house is our sense of what lies beyond the horizon. It invites us to travel both physically through long distance journeys and mentally through higher education, philosophy, and religious contemplation. It covers ethics and ideals and spirit of law. Let's dive in. Let's set an intention. It's time to flourish. That's right. It's time to expand your horizons, right? That's right. So before 9, and it rules 9th house, it's, 8, right? So when you think about 8, you think about like a chain. It has like this loop, like you think about when you're the number 8, right? And so you're breaking some ties with some energies in order for you to flourish. Anything that does not want you to step into this next phase of life, and that's what the 7/7 portal is all about. It's really 7/7/7, really. It's 7/7, like July 7th, 25, right? So those who get it. Those who don't, right? But really, it's really about soaring. The sky is the limit. I explained it in depth on my TikTok, but the sky is the limit. And so anybody who is afraid to soar, and is trying to keep you chained or bound to them by any means necessary, keeping you in the 8th house, right? 8th house. Scorpio rules 8th house. 8 is a death number, right? Scorpio is the death card. Here's the sun. A light is being shown on that, right? Anybody who is trying to stop you, block you, they don't want you to flourish, the sun is shining on it. The sun is shining on it, right? All right. So the sun card came out, right? A light is shining bright on it, meaning that anybody, that's why you want to keep your vibrations high. That is why you want to keep your vibrations high. Find out what your sign is in your 9th house. Let's get right into it. So secrets have been exposed. So it's time for you to flourish. You don't have anything to worry about. The secrets have been exposed. Anybody who has been trying to stop or block you from flourishing, it has already been exposed. So in other words, nothing is stopping you but you. Yeah, so what's rising? Source, what is rising within? Okay, so these cards came out. All right. All right, I was going to ask Source on your behalf. This is a general reading again, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to my website, queenamunra.com. I am not taking Cash App temporarily, so keep that in mind. I just have to announce that. So these cards fell out here, right? Right. So what energy is currently building within you, right? So we got these cards here, right? So this right here, here's the Three of Cups here. So this is you here. So this could be like the Trinity. You could kind of look at it like that. So there's been some conversation that's been going on. Here's the Three of Cups here. Some feelings about some things that's been going on behind your back, right? Here's the Six of Cups here. And of people's wishes being fulfilled, right? People creating things and their wishes have been fulfilled. So some conversations, so things have been brought to light, in other words, of some people creating some things behind your back without your knowledge, right? There's some energies in hindsight and there's some energies that were sitting around a table, sitting around a round table, listening to it, right? Listening to those conversations going on, right? Of some things that were going on behind your back. It's the Justice card, is the King of Cups, right? One energy is a Taurus, the other one is a Taurus moon, right? I know that because the other side of the Justice card, there's several things that's going on, but Justice card is Libra. Libra rules seventh house, right? Seventh house is Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. All of this is creativity. All of this is creativity, right? So something possibly was done either in spiritual court or in physical court behind your back without your knowledge. And someone is wishing that they had, walked away from something because maybe they're remembering now. And I'm saying like the polarity sign of the Justice card, that you may have told somebody years ago when they were little that you had eyes in the back of your head, right? Obviously, you're not walking around with eyeballs in the back of your head. Sure, hair would cover that up. Even if you're bald, you don't have eyes in the back of your head, but that is a figure of speech, right? But somebody's kind of figuring like this person really, they must have eyes in the back of their head. Did they see something? It's actually a spiritual gift, right? Right. You saw something that you saw, right? Part of your spiritual gifts, right? Here we have this 6 and the 2, 8 of Swords here, right? So a lot of things that you may have created, you may have seen in advance. Like this person right here is on a boat, like kind of like moving through the storms of life, but you're moving through with your ancestors. This is where you're operating in faith. And this is where the Justice card comes in, and so you're like, okay, I'm going to create something that where I can move on with my life, not necessarily like that is going to like circulate, like where somebody couldn't see it. Two people they wouldn't see it, right? But they'd be able to talk about it. Like, it'd be able to circulate like the number 8, right? I'm going to create something. This is you. I'm going to create something. It's almost like, creating a legacy is what I'm seeing here in the cards, like creating a legacy that's going to last, that's going to circulate, right? But when you're trying to do something and people are thinking it's their way or the highway, there was a master manipulator in somewhere basically saying that they were going to insert themselves in it. It's like, let me just give somebody an idea. It would be like a third person in the middle saying, I'm going to chain myself to some energies I'm going to just do things my way. That's the dark side of Emperor energy, right? Yeah, behind your back, right? So what energy is currently building within you? Because something is now over and your wishes are being fulfilled and you're the one that's walking away. And I'm seeing justice in your favor now that something has been brought to light, because this is you here on the boat. This is you here on the boat, right? You've already moved on. Your ancestors have already talked to you, right? About destiny swapping, like people wanting to have your life, and you were creating something. So this is the innovation. This is the innovative part of who you are. So what are you preparing? What is Aquarius preparing to bring into the light? This is something is already brought into the light, right? Something is already brought into the light. Something that you created, right? Structured, organized, something that you built from the ground up, whatever it is that you did, right? Whether you applied for a job, you went out there, you got the job, you're working that job, you maybe put away a 401k or, retirement plan or something that you've been doing, and for somebody to come in and just try to just copy everything that you're like, basically chain themselves or take in something from you, take something from you. People are now wishing they had just walked away from something. Somebody wishes they had just walked away from a table, a round table discussion. So lessons from the Archer, which is Sagittarius. We're not talking about a Sagittarius, just so we're crystal clear. We're talking about like the like good luck, good fortune. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the largest planet, right? Planet of good luck, good fortune, what's on the horizon, right? But it rules ninth house, quest and adventure, right? And what's interesting about the ninth house and third house is like teaching in higher education. So in the third house, which Gemini rules, which Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which goes retrograde, I believe on the 18th of July in Leo. And when y'all hear me say Leo, when the moon moves through Leo, go where you're appreciated and not where you're tolerated, right? So keep that in mind. These are energies that when you think about third house, think about, would you take short trips with certain energies? Could you trust being in the same space as certain energies? Did something happen where you're not communicating with certain energies anymore? And these are the energies that you can think of now that you weren't creating anything for certain people, that you would not even ride in a car with. You wouldn't take certain trips. You wouldn't take short trips with those energies. It's going to start bringing to mind what you're seeing on social media when these, when people, I was getting ready to say young adults, but that's what you're kind of seeing in social media. Some of the young adults taking trips with their friends, and then, unfortunately, a fight breaks out, or some, it just ends up not being fun, or somebody gets a phone call, or something crazy, right? Something crazy happens. It just does not, it's not a vacation, it's not fun, it's not a good trip at all. So someone just decided they want to link with this city. It's number 8. When you turn it to the side, they want to get their hooks in you and someone else, right, to stay connected by some way, shape, form, or fashion. But it's time for you to flourish. It's time for you to flourish. So something is over. Something is over. So the difference between the third house and the second house, like I said before, so somebody had a talk with somebody to do something behind your back. See this 3 right here? To do something behind your back. 6 connects us with Scorpio. And this was to end something, right? To end something. 6 connects us with Scorpio, which is a death card, right? To end something that you created and just walk away. In something that you just created. So a master manipulator did something, inserted themselves into something to end something behind your back that you created, right? So in the third house, we learned that the base is via early education, but in the ninth house, we go beyond facts and analysis, into meaning and synthesis. Our planets here suggest how we deal with more complex level of learning, right? So that's where you get a lot of copycat energy. This is where you get a lot of copycat energy. Yeah, this is where you get a lot of copycat energy. So money is coming to you. Money is coming to you as a result of somebody just stealing, basically stealing. These fell on the floor here. Somebody made something all about them, right? Decided to drag you into something. Not only that, they lowered your reputation and also tried to lower your self-worth just to increase theirs. Laziness. Don't want to do the work at all. After all, all of this is what you created. All of what you created. Somebody just said they're gonna just take it. And this and didn't care about it. See, it was hit. Well, like I said, Scorpio, the death card didn't care about it ending somebody on the inside. Hey, we'll just go get that person a an emotional support dog. We don't care how it ends them. We'll just go get them an emotional support dog. Because all of this water connects us to sacral chakra energy. We don't care what kind of depression it causes them. We don't care if it means that we just gotta, it causes them to have a nervous breakdown. We don't care if they're walking around like a zombie. And I'm not exaggerating it, because it's very serious when you say 9 of Cups, when basically people are so ruthless, they don't care that someone is crying. This is right here is lamenting. They don't care. Making something all about them. So source is like, that's not how it's going down though. So, where are you being asked to aim higher or take a leap? Right? Let's see. So yeah, it's time for you to flourish. Yeah. Here we have the 4 of Wands here. So looking at your looking at this is what I say again when we're talking about in terms of getting structured, in terms of your in terms of, and I feel like some of you all do have this, right? Like in terms of the number 4, structure and authority. And in terms of like copycat energy, some of these energies could have like copied your paperwork. If you have a business or whatever you started, but just really copying, just like paying more attention to what it is that you're doing, like paying attention to what it is you're doing. So if you're in an office setting and you found that, okay, you talk to your colleague and your colleague is, because somebody could be getting some kind of a raise or increase or something like that, and you learned your lesson, okay, you're aiming higher, you're doing something, somebody is, maybe pouring into themselves a little bit more because you're grateful that something is now behind you. And I see your wishes being fulfilled. So I'm seeing justice in your favor, because meek does not mean weak for whatever it is that you created. Right? So like in terms of just kind of how can you align with your intentions, right? Because I definitely feel like your prayer life is increasing, but this is where you want to make it all about you. You really want to make it all about you. You want to get your notepad out, right? You want to pour into yourself. You want to find out what your moon sign is, looking at your cards here. What energy do you need to embody to manifest fully, right? What energy do you need, right? You need to be around other creatives. You need to be around energies who don't mind sharing, right? These energies, obviously, this was done behind your back. See this right here? Behind your back, right? Possibly there was a younger person involved. And so something really ended their spirit. Somebody's just like, well, we don't really care about that energy. So whoever this master manipulator is, obviously they may not have that in common, with you. And if they did have somebody, like if they have a younger person in common, then you can almost, like I said, you're rising above any kind of judgment whatsoever. But my goodness, you're keeping your vibrations high. You're keeping your vibrations high. Yeah. Yeah, here's Three of Wands here. Something is closed out. It's over. Something is over. After these energies did what they did, they went right on back to celebrating like nothing ever happened. Y'all are not motivated by the same things. Something is now over. Someone is trying to get into your energy via telepathy. I could teach you all how to close that off completely. I mean, for real, completely close it off. But again, like I said before, this is a tarot reading. So, but yeah, you're going to learn how to, as you're increasing you're going to learn how to protect your energy more and more and more, protect your emotions, protect what you're creating, learning how to protect, protect, protect. Yeah. They're just cutting energies off. Yeah. Cutting his energies off. Yeah. Looking at your cards here, and I say this all the time in my reading because I'm looking at the Seven of Swords here. Um, these energies, like I said before, copy everything because they just want to be fast. They want to just quick, quick this, quick that, quick this, quick that. Cameras everywhere, mirrors everywhere, this and that everywhere, this and that. Correct, copy, 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 copy this, copy that. Right? Instead of going about it the way to just, hey, I really like, what you're doing. Can we collaborate? Let's work together. This is what I got going on. Let's do this. Yeah, mm, yeah. So this is what I'm saying for you all. Yeah, here we have the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah. So yeah, there's certain energies, like I said, you're just going to keep away from you altogether. So this is what I'm seeing what's happening here. There's certain spirits that you're keeping out of your physical as you're walking through this portal. 777 for some of you all who get it. 7-7. As you're entering into a portal, you are going to keep other energies out altogether. Altogether. Because somebody is so creative. I mean, like just very, very creative. But now that you know that a light has been shown on exactly who is doing what and what links that some energies will go to. Yeah, here's the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, here we have the Ace of you're protecting your something in you has unalived. Yeah, something in you has unalived because they have been contaminated. Whoever they are, I don't know who they are for you. They have been contaminated. It's like someone very close to you. It could be a brother, a sister, a parent. It could be a spouse sometimes, by being contaminated around, hanging out with the so-and-sos in the office. And they talking about, oh, what so-and-so don't know won't, end them, that kind of thing, right? But it's just bringing a spirit, a particular type of a spirit that does feel like the Grim Reaper coming into, putting an end to something. It's a betrayal. It's a distrust. So it feels like a sword in your back when you've had other people's, and you would be an absolute boo-boo, the fool, to let that across your threshold again. And that is no judgment whatsoever, but you're leaving all the foolery behind. You're leaving it behind. Yeah. Here's the Four of Pentacles here. You're learning how to be more conservative with your time. You're learning how to be a little bit more conservative with your time. Yep. Here's the Eight of Wands here. So yeah. So a light has definitely shined on something. Yeah, somebody wants to be a part of something so bad. They want to be a part of a team so bad that they thought they had access to tapping into. This is where was hidden in all of this, right? Is where you really cannot have a God complex, right? Somebody really inherited a lot of gifts here, looking at your cards here. And those gifts are still circulating. You're getting ideas all the time. Make sure you write them down. But this time, you know, protect your ideas, protect them, like really, really protect them. Because somebody wanted to be a part of something, and they thought, you know, okay, what is it going to hurt? You know, what is it going to hurt? They didn't even realize they were being sacrificed by trying to sacrifice you, whoever. Yeah, is this right here? But when they step through that portal, 4 and 7 is 11. Once they step through that portal and they brought an energy in that portal, some of you all, if you go back through your memory right here, you go back through your mind, things started dying. That's an energy. That is an energy. That's a Grim Reaper energy. You start noticing flies. If you have plants in your house, they may have started dying. If you have anything in your house, it started, you know, dying. That is a spirit being brought. And these are energy vampires. These are energy vampires. So they did something to this energy that unalived them from the inside. And they brought that spirit into your home. That's very serious. Very, very serious. And it's heartbreaking. So wake up. Wake up. Third eye should be wide awake so that you can finally rest. So that you can finally rest. That is why somebody is a prayer warrior. This is why right here you are a prayer warrior. So that's why you are creating time to pray. When you talk about being a creative energy, create time to pray, because, you know, when you're talking about it's time to flourish, some people are out here saying, okay, it's time to unalive energies in the spiritual realm. Okay. They're preying on energies while you're praying for energies. So wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, right? Have faith in your dreams. Your dreams were crystal clear. That is why, you know, some people could be praying on your marriage. You better wake up. They could be praying on your friendships. They want so bad to have your life destiny swap. This is a destiny swap. You know, you and your significant other could be just dating. And somebody could look at y'all and go, oh, I wish I had that kind of relationship. Want a destiny swap, right? But everything about them is zombie. Source is saying, protect your energy, you could be single and you could be barely paying your bills and somebody could want a destiny swap. You could be a single parent and somebody could want your relationship that you have with your kids. You could be dating somebody, they could be jealous of your kids. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. We're talking about on the horizon. You could think somebody is your mentor. They so nice and so sweet to you and so kind to you and all this and that. They could have family members that can't stand you. Why are they so nice to Aquarius? So that's what Source is trying to tell you, to wake up. Don't be a fool. Do not be a fool. Get away from the circus. Somebody is very, very creative. And so when these energies realize they couldn't drain you dry, because you have physical. A lot of y'all have pictures of things. A lot of you all have done the work ahead of time. That's how you were able. This is how innovative you are. A lot of you all have registered your businesses, legally registered your names, your businesses, all of that. You've done the work. Your ancestors been talking to you about who you are knowing who you are when you look in the mirror. That's why now you can cut some energies off. As disappointing as something was, you can cut them off. Some of y'all already told people who you were looking out for, you know, who you were planning for their future, helping people out. So it's time for you to flourish. It's time for you to cut the cord and flourish. So yeah, some of you all are great parents. Some of you all are great, great parents, and people are starting to see that now. People are starting to snap out of a trance, and they're starting to see it. That when we talking about on the horizon, when we talking about, you know, that you're willing to create time to pray for people, you're able to create something. This is water energy, creativity, that you'll downsize to create. You'll do what you need to do to create legally to create. These energies, they created so many lies about you, it's not even funny. Cut. So, so yeah, that's the only way you're going to get some rest. You just thought they was creating a film, like a director's film, to send all around the world. And that's exactly what they were doing. Playing God. That is what I have for you all. That is what I have for you all. So as we close out this video for you all, the Gibbous moon in Sagittarius reminds you that your truth is a compass. You know, don't be afraid to dream big, ask bigger questions, and walk the path that aligns with your soul's wisdom. You know, if this reading resonated with you, you know, let me know in the comments section. You know, but you want to continue taking a leap of faith, but you want to make sure you covered. Make sure whatever it is you created before you move on from something, hey, you make sure that it is legally protected. Legally protected. These energies out here, they out here stealing, taking stuff, bullying people out of their stuff, you know, setting people up, creating all kinds of falsities. I mean, just doing the works to steal from people. Here's the Four of Pentacles here. So when you are working really, really hard, trying to create, you know, security, could have been you and someone else trying to create security. They're out here taking stuff from people. So Eight of Cups here. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's just kind of like walking away in total disillusionment from something that they just like somebody it's not you. Just somebody else is walking away in total disillusionment, like they can't even believe like, you know, the song that's out, What the Heck, which y'all know what the song says, right? What the heck? But anyway, crazy, pure craziness. Vultures, they just want to steal. Take. So until next time, trust the journey, aim high, and stay luminous, everybody. Stay luminous. Yeah, Three of Cups. Three of Cups. It's time to flourish. Protect what you are creating. Protect what you are creating. Each one, teach one. Keep people enlightened. As much as you try to keep people enlightened, when people want to be a part of something, they want to be a part of a team so bad. Sometimes people don't hear anything you say because people will somebody copied everything. So, you know, inconsistent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody was talking about something that, as far as you're concerned, um, they were trying to be consistent with, you know, what you had created, a copycat, in other words, was something that you had created, but they were inconsistent. You can't be consistent with something that you created from the ground up. It's like you're so clear about what you created from the ground up. They couldn't even tell the truth about that because it's something that, like I said, you're so structured with whatever you created. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Like I said, somebody was trying to make something all about them. And it's actually two energies doing something behind your back to someone's sun. I'm talking about this sun right here. And something was brought to light by a bunch of copycats. Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. In your downloads, in your dream state, everything. It's easy for you to receive. These energies are so inconsistent with whatever it is they were talking about. It didn't even make any sense. Yeah. Here we had a 5 of coins here. 5 of pentacles. Somebody just wanted to see you out in the cold somewhere. Just cruel. Anything to make you and somebody look like a complete fool. Just even if that means we're gonna just create something. That is why I tell you all on my channel, keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. When you're moving on, he was in the higher font. and people are talking about it. People are talking about it. I'm looking at your cards here. Somebody has a leadership position coming your way. Something is behind you. Remember, time is relative, but it's something is behind you. You have a leadership position coming your way. But you need to make room. Let go and let God. Let go and let go. It's a time to open your vault door. There's certain energies you need to leave out of your vault door. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. Throat chakra cleanse. Journal your journey. And I'm talking about when you have dreams, you wake up, journal. Right? Somebody's ex wants to return. I don't know if this is an ex love interest, ex friend, ex family member. Well, y'all know on my channel when I say ex, it's not always ex love interest. Okay, so I'm not trying to trigger anybody. This could be an ex friend from way back that did you wrong back in the day, whatever back in the day mean to some of y'all. But whoever or whatever, an ex, somebody that you don't talk to anymore. Somebody's demon is a lust demon. Listen. Prepare for an increase in pay. Whoever you are, I don't know who you are. I'm talking about toxic masculine energy here. More money is coming soon. Somebody has a bitter ex's lover who wants you. This is what I'm talking about. Listen, close out the cycle in love. Close your door. Leave it closed. Cut off the air supply, meaning nothing living can breathe without air, meaning whatever it is that you created, excuse me, that you want to flourish, you're going to have to make sure you protect it legally. And also, this what this is, protect it legally. You and somebody are going to have to protect it legally and make sure everything is signed, sealed. I mean, like completely protected, you know. So if these energies copy something, they're going to have to pay you. It's just that simple. That's going to be the end of that. Because what I'm looking at here is that somebody is so creative. This is why so much water is out here in the cards here. somebody is like overflowing with creativity. So that lets me know that you are a giver, like you're an over giver. So you are very generous, but somebody took care of something before they moved on. So you're generous with what you're sharing. So it's not like you're a person who hoards information. Like you're a person that also lets you know who these energies are connected to as well. What type of, so they're going to have to re-examine the relationships that they have or whomever. I don't even know who these people are, but yeah, it's time to take action. Again, this is about structure and authority. This is somebody could have a moon in Aries. You could have a moon in Aries. Somebody has a moon in Aries, but I don't know. Somebody could have a moon. You could have a moon in Aries, but check your birth chart. If something is closed out, but you need to this right here, you need to get as far away from somebody as quickly as possible. This with this right here. Just like if you had a propeller on your back, or if you was an airplane, you need to get as far away from them as fast as you possibly can. This is an energy. It's eight of because source is trying to put somebody in a leadership position, right? This is actually a swap, meaning that source is saying as quickly as you can get on the indoors and protect yourself, source is trying to quickly um, give somebody a leadership position, right? So source is saying you make a decision. Make a decision. It's not where you be hemming and hawing, as some people say, with overthinking something. I don't know. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helpful. Anytime somebody did something that unalive, and I don't mean in a physical sense, you know, like the Walking Dead, right? Like have somebody walking around like a zombie. Oh, we can just get them a an emotional support dog. They'll be all right. What? Intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Take only what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. But getting from eighth house to ninth house is not the easiest because, and just so we can break eighth house down so we can move on to intimacy, shared possessions. It could have been that you had a relationship with somebody, there was intimacy involved. It could have been like intimacy obviously doesn't mean sex. Even though sometimes people use it interchangeably, but I mean, somebody's ex could, want to, anyway, anytime you see the word bitter somewhere, that should be an immediate, I mean, if somebody's even questioning, hopefully somebody is on a different frequency. Just looking at your cards here. So hopefully somebody's you're grateful something is behind you. You're learning more about your birth chart, your houses that you're in, all of that. So whatever source delivered you from, where you feel like you know more, a little bit more about yourself right now, you're not judging anybody, but you feel better about where you are on your journey, you're learning, you're growing, you're just grateful that you were able to move beyond something, whatever. You're just grateful to God. Move on. Move on. Some energies wanted you and somebody out in the cold. So that's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video. So continue aiming higher, looking at your cards, but it's time for you to flourish. Time for you to leave all the distractions behind. You still got your creativity intact, and this is the action that you're taking. You are a prayer warrior. That's right, you are a prayer warrior. Find out what your moon sign is. I don't know if somebody's moon is in Aries. You could have a moon sign in Aries. Find out what your moon sign is. Your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. That's going to be the secret to pouring into you. That's going to be your secret to pouring into you. Okay? So that way you're not pouring so much out into everybody else, right? So I'm just teaching. you know, just teaching you all. But we got a lot of nice stuff coming up soon too anyway. But y'all will see it. Bye.